Hey everybody, Arkin over here.
And focus heal.
Oh, she can't focus now.
Yeah, I know. Got me, bopped me good.
Alright, last time, after defeating the Garden Master of the Spirit of August, Van's group was forced to repeat those last 3 days. However, with Swin and Nadia's safe return, they were able to spend that time completing 4 spigs in relative peace. Like, I just hope the final boss doesn't force me to use multiple different parties, because, yeah. Having dealt with the source of the corrosion, the hazy vision shared with Van's group had faded from the general populace's memories, including Yume, Maxim, and those closest to them. Despite that, those initial 3 days were not in vain. I don't remember shit. I remember all the shit. Partner shit. Fat Dad. Such a fat dad. Everyone had finally overcame the pasts that bound them. Yeah, you better win. Oh, you're number one. At the same time, they were also taking their first steps into a new future. The twisted, distorted delusions that once engulfed conflict and chaos. Good. Were unraveled and brought to order, spinning a new thread of fate and lighting the path towards the days that lie ahead. But we still don't know who the Red Grendel guy was. And so the 3 days drew to a close, and that was the bookend for various academies' end-of-year ceremony. Yay, we graduated. Ren, Nadia, and Swin decided to extend their stay in Calvard a little longer, and they, along with Agnes, began preparing for the school festival. As April arrived, new students moved up a grade, while new students filed in, which added a bit of mayhem to the hectic days to come. And from there, yet another week passed. Told you it was gonna end on the fucking school festival.
Well,
It always ends on a school festival of some sort. We're close to.
It's been 3 weeks now. We haven't seen any of the telltale signs of the corrosion. Safe to say we're in the clear.
Yep. Kasum and the Kruga haven't noticed anything either.
Good.
Suspicious on the Heiyue front. They're all acting like their normal, shady selves. Though I was kind of surprised Asha remembered the time she made that proclamation to Sao. She even did it all over again.
Someday I'll pull off something you'll never see coming.
She has way more spunk than I gave her credit for. I guess she isn't just a little kid with a schoolgirl crush anymore. Maybe she's finally ready to face her feelings now that she's coming into her own.
Like 12 years older than her.
She and everyone else have been sporting such a positive attitude of late. And although I do feel a gnawing sense of remorse as well.
Hey, don't feel bad. You weren't half as bad as me.
Seriously? This again? Quit playing the self-blame game already.
Yeah.
I, too, caused you all no end of trouble on Nemeth Island.
Yeah, you did. You're a loser.
With the powers of the Rewind, and through our own efforts. That goes for Swin and Nadia, too. We only got to this point because we...
Yeah! You said it, cutie!
I didn't do anything worthy of praise, unlike Nadia. So, actually, scratch that. I shouldn't be throwing myself a pity party.
Glad
Damn
you
it.
realized that on your own. Remember, we wouldn't have been able to take down August if it weren't for you. You took a risk so that you could protect what was important to you.
Van.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be a stubborn ox. Or you'll end up a grumpy, crotchety old fart like our boss man. And that's a fate worse than death.
Oh, kick your ass
Show
out.
you a fate worse than death, you damn brat. And for the last goddamn time, 25 isn't old.
Some things never change.
Back to business as usual.
Yeah.
No kidding. When's Anya get? Oh yeah. Are the Genesis still broken?
Yeah, seems that way.
But it's not as though they were broken, per se.
Just drained of their juice. Which means no more space-time rewind.
No.
2 weeks prior.
Throughout all of our examinations, they haven't reacted even once. There isn't anything wrong with the internal circuitry, but the fact remains.
Up until now, the cores have always given off a faint glow.
There's a passage in Professor Epstein's memoirs that comes to mind.
He wrote, "Recover the Oct Genesis before the year 120X, else all that we know will come to an end."
Never did say what would happen once we got them all, did he? Damn. Bummer.
If I'm being honest, I'm kind of relieved nothing's happened yet.
Maybe his prediction was about all the stuff we just went through.
That's plausible. Especially when you consider what the Garden Master was trying
He wasn't just setting his sights on Calvard. He put the fate of the entire world on the line.
He warned us that the world might end, and we stopped that.
It may be that the devices were programmed to deactivate once that goal was achieved.
I'm afraid only C. Epstein himself would know the answer to that.
For now, I think the fact that they're reunited at last is
Maybe,
I'm
but
sure
something
Professor
still doesn't sit right.
Epstein, Lilia, and your mother would have all been beside themselves with joy.
Yes, I really hope so. Well, now that we've gathered all the Genesis, I think my request is finally complete. Thank you for everything, Van. And same to everyone else. I don't know how I'll ever be able to repay you.
Give me a say on the presidential cabinet.
Miss Claudette.
I'm so happy for you, Agnes.
It was a long road to get here, but I think we can finally call this case closed.
Doubt.
We know me and Ezra were here for the tail end, but I, for one, had so much fun helping you, Aggie.
I think everyone deserves a pat on the back.
Too bad you don't have a free excuse to drop by the office anymore. What you gonna do, Agnes? You ready to hang up your hat and give up the part-timer life?
Well,
Typical Aaron.
I suppose that's not really Agnes's decision to make.
It is,
I suppose not.
I guess I do have a certain someone to thank for my office's sudden surge in popularity.
And that special someone is me. I'm the boss man. Yeah. Go Van.
But I could still use an extra hand or 10 around here. At least until I can bring in some new blood.
Oh yeah, just say you're gonna keep Miss Temps and then fire him when you find better people.
Yeah.
Fucking loser.
Still having to fulfill your end of the bargain.
Corporate.
Remember our agreement?
oh,
Unless you decide to give up altogether. I'll pitch in however I can from here on out. In exchange, you can share any info you got on the Genesis, or anything those does that sound. There's still a lot that we don't fully understand, including Mare and the Grendel. Don't know if we can really call your case closed until we sort all that out.
man. I guess you're right, which means that for the time being, we're stuck with each other. Part-time job and all.
Aw, it's because you love him.
Yeah. Glad to keep you on the team.
I suppose that takes care of that.
Like, in the parentheses, it's supposed to be their thoughts.
Yeah,
But
she just said it.
yeah, everybody's been going blah, 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 blah.
Smile alone makes her a fierce competitor. Don't worry, though. I'm still rooting for both of you.
Stop putting it in parentheses, damn you.
That is quite enough of that. Still, I'm glad it all worked out.
Agreed. We need someone to keep him in line, and to stop him from overthinking things.
Maybe they're just trying to denote it as whispers.
Yeah, that maybe.
'Cause, like, he heard what she was thinking.
Yeah.
That right.
Aw, but him overthinking everything's part of his charm.
Shut up, you crazy bitch.
I'll suck at whispering. You know?
Okay.
And where the hell do you get in here? Out!
Hero fun. We're pals, aren't we?
Spin?
No.
I take you spin?
No.
Big spin?
You said you're hiring assistants, right? I think I might be just
No.
the right girl for the...
Sorry, awful. No room.
Stab, 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 cut, 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 stab, stab, stab. Oh, looks like a few positions just opened up.
Oh, hell no! Application denied!
Like, I'm with you there, Van, but on the flip side, be a good asset.
These flights of whimsy, everything's finally calmed down. I think we can set off without.
Oh,
right.
You would certainly be welcome to stay longer.
Trust me, I really love to.
We got shit to do.
Rosette, you can't tell people who can stay longer in my office.
You did help us get LP back safe and sound, but we really need to go and find our old picnicking front leader.
Yeah, Rufus, leader of the Imperial Picnicking Front, because, you know, Nadia makes
Oh,
name.
right! You had another traveling companion a few years ago, didn't
That guy's history is almost as bad as that goofy-ass team name.
I've never met the man myself, but I think the CID's been keeping tabs on him.
Yeah, he's a villain.
Might be hard to work around Renee, but I don't mind joining in on the search. I do kinda owe you big time. And I bet that guy's one hell of a good tipper.
Yeah, being noble and all.
Actually, I think we're the ones who owe you. He left us a hint. We ought to get together sometime when we're not all busy.
There's no way we're gonna bounce before the festival, though. We'll stick around the next few days.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Worked your butts off with the festival prep.
I helped them too. I can't wait for it to get started.
I did a few things myself as well, so...
Couldn't hurt to see how much those kids took my coaching to heart.
Oh, shut up, Aaron.
Good morning, Van.
Here's your towel.
Oh, there you are.
Morning, Anya. Oh, wow. Everyone's here already. Well, good morning to you all, too.
Oh, so Van gets name dropped and everybody else is just all two.
Everyone's excitement for this thing might be a little contagious.
Van, Rosette, and you, Judith, you're all full-grown adults. You shouldn't be going to hang out at a fucking high school festival. Like, I know...
Ben at least has an excuse since that's, like, his stomping grounds. But...
I mean, most school festivals are open to the general public, though, in Japan. It is kind of a thing.
I take it you were able to finish everything in time?
Because it's not just for the students, it's actually to bring in all people from the community.
Maybe.
Give you a textbook, math book, maybe a calculator and some
Shut
fucking
up!
For the
pencils.
most part, yes.
Thanks.
There's still a little bit left to do, though. Well, Swin, Nadia, are you ready to go? Yes, ma'am. The kickoff rally sounds kind of boring, but I guess I'd better try to stick it out.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be getting out of that one.
I'm just going down to the festival, as it is.
Head downstairs and get registered. If you want to grab a bite while you wait, feel free. Managing an Aramis school festival.
You're gonna go down and get breakfast ready, and by that you mean you're gonna be like, "Hey, can I get some breakfast, Paulette?"
For real.
Well, sure. I'll take you up on that.
Yo, Victor, the eggies.
That'd be so cool. Although, like, my
Egg
would
toast.
just be going to... Oh, yeah, egg toast.
What goes around comes around, and vice versa. The finale. Like, okay, the festival doesn't start until 10 a.m., so I've got some time to kill. The kids should be getting ready to leave soon. Maybe I'll go check in on them.
Agnes is downstairs having breakfast.
What's next?
Nothing, I guess.
The others are probably in their rooms. Maybe I should make the rounds and see how they're all doing.
Hey, girl. Damn, your grandma used to be hot. Not as hot as you, because you don't have that mole, but not bad. Alright, my hair should be set by now. I think now for my makeup. Hey, what are you doing? Can't you at least knock? I have some top secret Grimcat tools in here, you know. Oops, my bad. Actually, that reminds me. I've heard Grimcat's been awfully active in the capital lately. Well, yeah, I mean, I was pretty busy with acting for a while, then I got caught up in that Genesis stuff. Figured I had to make up for lost time, you know. Can't start letting those villains feel like they got the run of the place. Ha! Good luck with that. Alright, we finished shooting the movie, by the way. But man, those 3 days were really something, huh? Well, at least I can say I got through it all, both as an actress and a thief. Yeah, glad you're still with us, Judith. Of course. Oh, and Nina said she'd be coming to the festival today. Shocker. Like, Nina's the final boss, probably. She's been pretty focused on work lately. This should be a good chance for her to relax for once. I hope she gets to watch the show they're putting on. Make sure you're in the audience too, Van. Those kids are putting their heart and soul into that performance. Don't worry, I'll be there with bells on. But man, with 2 famous actresses attending, I'm sure this festival's going to be one for the history books. Oh, well, might as well say hi to Nina if I see her. Don't. It's trap. Hello, Mr. Arkwright. Are you doing a quick check-in with everyone? Yeah, something like that. You busy right now? No, I was simply gathering my thoughts. I still have to write the report detailing last month's events. It's been almost 3 weeks now. Both Mirabelle and Mr. Alfayed have had their eye on the capital lately. But thankfully, the risk management AI has remained silent. Those two still have all their memories, right? Yes, they do, although Mirabelle's are a tad hazy in comparison. They're currently on guard in case of a resurgence from the Grendel's Olga. However, as I mentioned, the AI threat assessment has not raised any alarms recently. We believe the threat has vanished. Yeah, not to sound too optimistic, but I've got a good feeling we're in the clear. But anyway, aren't you taking the day off to enjoy the festival? I kind of figured you'd be looking forward to it. Well, you're certainly not wrong. I was actually rather excited to see the production I assisted Mr. Salesian with. It should be nice to relax after all the hard work we've done. Where are you going? Okay. We don't talk to quarter pounders around here. Whatever. Alright, that should be enough water. Hey, Fairy, you on plant duty today? Oh, Van. Yeah, I finished with all my homework yesterday, so I figured I should spend the day tidying up a little. Ah, right, you mentioned the school's been a little more difficult than usual lately. That might be putting it lightly. And after I finally got the hang of things, too, I've been really racking my brain lately. Don't worry, I've been getting lots of help from everyone in the office. Whenever I get stuck, all I need to do is ask. I can come to you, too, right, Van? Well, as long as it's something a high school dropout would know. You're much more fired up about this than usual, though. Think it was your birthday that kicked you into gear? Maybe. Guess I hadn't really considered that. But 14. I got a feeling it's going to be a real turning point for me. Oh, I almost forgot. Mirabelle left us a message earlier. She said she's coming to the festival with Costume later. Huh, is that so? Sounds like it'll be a good time then. Yeah. I can't wait to see it all. Feels like we've been planning it forever. It's a bit of a sneak peek with helping the preparations, but this will be our first ever school festival. I'm sure we'll make plenty of memories. Yeah, I hope you have lots of fun too, Van. Oh, don't worry, I will. What else we got? You guys? Hey, Van, let's get going. Hold your horses, Humes. The festival hasn't even started yet. Are you sure you're alright with watching her today? Yeah, it's no biggie. There's a few of us going too, so I doubt we'll have any problems wrangling her in. She's a good girl. Plus, you had plans for today, right? Seriously, don't worry about us. Thank you, Van. I promise I'll head over as soon as I'm finished. You may make sure you mind your manners, okay? And don't go wandering off by yourself. Got it! Alright, sounds like you're ready, kiddo.
Humes is going with us too.
Not this way.
Stairs at then. Huh? Hey, what gives? Why haven't you changed into your uniform? I'm still mulling it over. Mulling what over? About whether I should wear my Artemis Academy uniform today. Why wouldn't you wear your school uniform to school? Because I could wear a rival school's uniform, and then I'd tell everyone at the end of the festival, "Mwahahaha! Surprise, we were spies all along, and we're here to take over Aramis." We'd have a tearful, heartrending final duel with Aggie, Ren, and the rest of the student council. And then, after Albert tragically falls in battle, we'd come to our senses and the fighting stops, restoring peace to the Academy once again. Then me and S fly off into the sunset. The end. Okay, now I just feel bad for poor Albert. Nadia's antics aside, the truth is we were thinking about how this is the last time we're going to be wearing these uniforms. Oh, right. I guess this was the first time you got to experience a proper school life. You know, you could stick around till graduation if you wanted. I doubt the school would mind. Could stay enrolled and then come back after you get everything with Lapis taken care of. If you want to keep this on the down low, I don't mind coming along to help search for your old leader. Van. Oh, I see how it is. Not ready to see your little chicks leave the nest, Mr. Mama Hen. Nah, I got more than enough trouble-making kids running around to keep me company. Well, we appreciate your offer, but we really can't stay in Edith any longer. It's not that we don't like it here, but how do I put this? Let's just say we aren't the type to settle down in one place for a long time. School was pretty fun and all, but staying all the way through graduation? Oof, hard pass. Normally, this would be the part where I'd scold you for dropping out, but I don't have much room to talk. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you and Delane attended Aramis. Oh, you ought to wear your old Aramis uniform to the festival. I'd kill to see that. I know, I'll call Elaine over and you can both change into them. Yeah, not happening. Ain't no way I'm putting on a high school uniform. And it'll be a cold day in Gehenna before Elaine agrees to that. She'd be way too embarrassed. I don't think she would. Oh, but she's no stranger to embarrassing things, what with that cringy Beauty's Blade title. Please don't ever say that when she's in earshot. or you may not be long for this world. Well, we're going to be busy with the festival today anyway, so you're off the hook for now. You mean I'm off the hook for good? Little did Van realize the fated moment when he donned his old uniform would one day come to pass. Hey, cut it out with the narration. Anyway, these next 3 days will be the last ones of our high school life. Preparing for this festival was a total snooze cruise at first, but we ended up having a ton of fun. We'll be doing more work for the council today, even though we're not exactly official members. Heh, roping people into doing the grunt work's always been one of the student council specialties. Guess some things never change. If I'm being entirely honest, I didn't think I'd get as much out of school as I did. The moment that garden master appeared, I braced myself for the worst. I felt like no matter how things shook out, our peaceful days would come crashing to an end. Sorry to hear that, guys. Don't be sorry, because everything worked out in the end, and we were able to enjoy our time at Aramis. To us, that's like a dream come true. And we have you and everyone else to thank for that, Van. It feels a little weird to keep saying it, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. We already thanked Aggie and the rest, so now we can leave Edith behind with no regrets. Gotcha. We're gonna miss you, but yeah, actually, I think I'll save the goodbyes for after the festival. Sounds good. We still have 3 more days together, so let's make the most of them. Don't be too sad, Van. We'll totally come back to visit you, or maybe we won't. Indecisive much? Maybe I'll sneak in when you least expect it to free your fridge of its limited edition goodies. Stay away from my stash, you damn sweets thief. The more things change, the more they stay the same. No, my sweets. Sweets for my sweets. Stash for my stash.
Oops.
Alright. I've had the food here more times than I can count. But I don't often eat so early in the morning. This is all very nice and filling. Hey, skipping meals ain't good for you. You're a growing girl, so take your time and chew slowly. Swin will probably be coming down to join us before long, though I bet 10,000 mirror on Nadia being late. You'll probably win that bet. She doesn't strike me as the early to rise type. By the way, Van, the advice you gave us on our festival activities was very helpful. I'm glad Ren proposed the idea of you being our advisor. Now I'm beginning to understand how all the stories of the legendary party animal came about. Heh, now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Earned that moniker 8 years ago for being a mischief-making student. Speaking of 8 years ago, didn't you help put on a historical parody called The Story of the Calvardian Revolution? I saw a recording of it recently. I laughed so hard I thought my sides were going to burst. Some of it even hit surprisingly close to home. Especially after what we just went through. It's a little bittersweet thinking about it now. Yeah. A lot happened to Auguste over the years. He became a man driven by obsessions and delusions. There was a lot we didn't know about him, and honestly, the same probably goes for Sheena and the other revolutionaries. What they were really thinking at the time and how they set about achieving their goals is something only they could know. I suppose that's true. In the end, when putting these performances together, all we can do is prepare as best we can to see them through. I think that's what's most important. You and Delane and Mr. Kincaid all understood that back then, and all the students now do too. Maybe even Dad grasped that back in his day. Wait, Dad? Are you saying Roy freaking Gramhart went to Aramis Academy? Oh, you didn't know? Yes, he graduated from there nearly 30 years ago. Mind you, that's not why I chose to go to Aramis myself, but anyway, I'm surprised it's not often I know something you don't. God, here I was thinking I had him all figured out. That man's well of secrets has no bottom. Anyway, circling back to the advice thing, all I did was offer a couple of pointers during the planning phase. I heard my assistants have been chipping in some too, but I don't know all the details. Though I did hear the student council president has a few aces she's keeping up her sleeve. Looking forward to seeing how it all pans out, and I hope you're looking forward to reading the review I write up about it. That special performance you're part of is going to get some extra scrutiny, by the way. Please go easy on us. Although you may not have to, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by the performance's quality. We haven't changed the theme or general concept since we last talked about it with you. Oh yeah? Sounds like I'm going to be in for something special then. And so will my fellow alumni. Elaine and Renee are going to be watching too. I'll be cheering you on while chowing down on some of the cafeteria's limited edition desserts. Why am I not surprised? Oh, that reminds me. I'll be doing my rounds in the morning, but I wonder what Van's planning to do during that time. Is he going to spend time with you, May, or one of the other assistants? Or maybe Elaine? Hey, why the long face? Oh, it's nothing. Sorry about that. Well, I suppose I better finish my breakfast quickly before Swin and Nadia come down. Hey, what did I just tell you? There's no need to rush through a meal. Alright, I've still got a little time left. Maybe I should give the truck a once-over. Oh yeah, I'd better attach the child seat too if you May's coming with me. That's my story. I do the festival travel menu.